forgot he played for the Sixers. That's crazy. All right, see who's in the chat today. What we got? What we got? To put some respect on Danny DeVito's name. Hey man, he been balling out though. I might start picking the Giants now solely for the fact that Daniel Jones isn't playing. So that might be a thing now, man. I'm gonna start picking the Giants to win against who they got next week. Oh, them niggas on the bye week. Never mind. It was short-lived. Short-lived while it lasted, man. Short-lived while it lasted. But we back with another episode of Rigged NFL. This is week 12. I hope everyone had a good, happy, safe Thanksgiving weekend. Spending time with the family, eating some food, watching some of this WWE football, all that good stuff. So, yeah, we back, man. We back in the stew with it. See what y'all on today. So the Bills going out sad. Yeah, man. I've noticed every Buffalo Bills game, I feel like goes down to the very last moment with the exception of, like, you know, playing the Jets the second time. And it's like every game tends to go down to the wire on some unbelievable shit. And it's been like that going back to like 2 years ago where all they need was 13 seconds and all that shit with the Chiefs. It's every single game. For a second, I had a feeling like Philly was going to miss that field goal in regulation. Because I know it was kind of the theme was missing field goals late. I think, who was it? The Texans, where they hit the front of the goal post and it didn't go in at the end. The Patriots game where for some reason the ball just decided to just go wildly to the left. And I thought, oh shit, Philly might be the next team to do the same thing. But no, they ended up winning the game. Ended up actually knocked it in, sending to overtime. We know Jalen Hurts got in. Bills didn't really try to defend him. Didn't even try to tackle him for real. But yeah, Buffalo has to win now. Like, they are in a very tough position. They have a bunch of games against good teams that they need to win. If not, they could. Because right now in the standings, Buffalo is playoff standings. That is, Buffalo is behind the Texans at 6-5, Denver at 6-5, Buffalo is 6-6. They got the bye week, so everything will level out. And the Colts have the last spot in the AFC wildcard right now. The Ravens sorry as hell. That's funny. They're gonna fill up River Josh Allen's career harder than the Chargers are doing with Justin Herbert and have the records and nothing to show for it. One of them has to take the Drew Brees route. One of them, shit. Thing about the Chargers really is they need a new coach, and I think that'll happen after this year for sure. Like, he should have been gone last year, but the Chargers, yeah, they need a new coach. And in all fairness, they really shouldn't even been in that game against the Ravens in the first place. Like, Ravens should have honestly ran away with that game. But, you know, Sunday night football games got to be low scoring, got to be close. And that's what we got until Zay Flowers had that second touchdown. Now, the Bills went especially by the Eagles' body language in the first half of most of the game. I saw a YouTube short where, was it BG? Yeah, BG was Brandon Graham, that is. Was telling, like, he was talking shit while they was lining up for a play. He's like, y'all know about my boy Hurts. Y'all know about my boy Hurts. And he kept saying it over and over throughout. And, you know, Brandon Graham, he going to talk shit regardless. It don't matter if it's the middle of a play or whatever. He going to get his words out. He's like, B, y'all know about Hurts. And lo and behold, fast forward, who ended up winning the game for him? Jalen Hurts. I think it was on their YouTube page. So Allen and Herbert need strong offensive head coaches. That's a fact. That's a fact. We saw what it did to Tua's career. Work wonders. So how about them Giants? So that famous person, David Zamora. What's good, David? It'd be some. Hey, that's a good story. That's a good story. Was he still lives with his mom? He grew up in New Jersey. I mean, DeVito sounds like somebody that should be a quarterback for the New York Giants or Jets. But yeah, I can see that being like a good story, kind of like the Josh Dobbs thing, except it's not so much journeyman as it is like hometown hero. So he scored 10 points. CM Punk came back to WWE. I heard about that. You'd admit that Jalen Hurts' run was scripted by the 2 whiff tackles. Yeah, dude just slid like he was at a water slide. Oh, other dude was like, I'm going to go for a strip. Not like the game is on the line or anything, but we going for a strip. Like, what's that going to do? Bills fans complain about refs versus Eagles, but yet ignore the end of the Giants and Bucks game. He wildin', bro. He wildin', man. Said Dable on the Chargers would make them a better team, and it would make Herbert better, just like he did Josh Allen and Daniel Jones. I wouldn't say Daniel Jones, but Josh Allen, yes. See, there's more to the story with DeVito. Giants fan growing up. There you go. It's almost like the Keaton Mitchell shit. His dad played for the Ravens. He ended up on the Ravens, all that shit. So he was a Giants fan. I think he was a Giants fan, and he grew up in New Jersey. What's up, Lorenzo? What's good with you? What's good, man? So the Niners being favorites in Philly sounds like bait for them. I mean, Philly gonna have to lose another game eventually. So that's how I look at that. Like, they not just gonna go, one loss the whole season. I think at some point they're gonna have to lose another game. And looking at their schedule, they still gotta play the Cowboys again. The Eagles, that is. Let's see, you got the Niners. Cowboys after that, prime time on Sunday Night Football. At Seattle, Giants, Cardinals, Giants. Okay, they got really like three tough games for the most part, and after that, it's pretty smooth sailing. But I think they still gonna fuck around and lose at least 2 more games. He made Daniel Jones from below average to average. That's putting it nicely. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, where we at? Oh shit, I missed it. Said Bills and Vikings went 6-6 for the 66 ritual. Also, Allen is also 0-6 in overtime. Right? Is he really 0-6 in overtime? I thought he had at least a couple wins in OT. But now I think about Eagles, Jets, Chiefs. God damn, he do be losing overtime for real. They want to talk about someone choking. That's who they need to be talking about, is Josh Allen. Yeah, I'm in stew right now, man. In the live stream. Yes, sir. So also, do I think the Bills being 0-6 is in OT is revenge for them having to change the rules? No, nigga, they need to change OCs. Well, they got rid of one, but change that shit up.
What happened to the Bills, man? What happened?
They lost in overtime. That's the fuck happened.
But come on, man. We expected more, didn't we?
Yeah, everybody expected more.
That shit was so trash.
It's funny how they lost, though. It's funny how they always lose.
No, it's not Diggs. It's not Allen. I mean,
Play calling,
sure, but I feel like.
Which you not gonna call? We gonna call Josh Allen? That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm not calling Josh Allen.
That's crazy.
I would never.
You say that like he played at Washington or something,
at
bro.
this point, I would take, for the Seahawks fan being, I'm taking Josh Allen 10 over Geno. You know what I mean? Like, what do you?
I don't disagree with that.
Actually, what I heard today, it was like, if you could choose different quarterbacks, it was odds were take Russell back or keep Geno.
Like current Russell now.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Fuck, that's tough.
And then
I would
Mayfield.
I'd take Geno. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, and then Mayfield
Or who?
or Gina. It's all
Oh,
against
Geno. Oh, okay. Why is
It
this
was,
wild?
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo?
Yeah, Garoppolo or Gino.
Geno.
Or what was it?
Trying to think of another mid-major quarterback.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, nigga. Like,
Or you can go Sam Arnold. You can go Aaron Rodgers. You can go
Aaron Rodgers.
That's how I was saying, Aaron Rodgers or what's the quarterback for Texans?
CJ Stroud.
Stroud.
CJ over all them niggas you just said. I ain't even gotta think about it, bro. If niggas was in different primes, it'd be a different conversation. But CJ all day, bro.
But I'm gonna take off, man.
All right, man. Be easy.
Irritated. All right, y'all. Say cool in the chat.
Oh man, that nigga cool. Grew up in Livingston, New Jersey. Okay, New Jersey. Got you. So they're losing back-to-back to the Niners and Cowboys. Yeah, that would be back-to-back, yeah. And they would keep that race a little bit closer, too, between the Lions and the Niners and the Eagles for that top spot, too. So that's a good point. So the Jets already beat the Eagles once. That's the only time they can beat them is once. And that was one of those Jalen Hurts body language gave that game away, man. NFL can't even script the Jets to score touchdowns at the point because Zach Wilson wasn't that guy. He wasn't. It's just point blank period. He was never that guy. It don't matter how much scripting you do. You can't make Zach Wilson look good. The most you can do is make him look like a good running threat. But a passing threat, you can't do it. He's just not good for the script. Point blank period. He wasn't even all that at BYU, if we're going to be honest. The year he shined, quote unquote, the nigga, it was the CV19 year. So, you know. He has his own TD seller. I'm going to have to look that up. Kayvon Thibodeau showing out this season. I mean, he did his thing last year, too. His own emotion. What the hell? He just look like a white dude. Like, I'm about to look this dude up, actually. This nigga got me looking up Tommy DeVito and shit. Tommy DeVito. Cause honestly, he just look like a white dude, man. Like, he don't look like. Wow, he do look like a New Yorker though, for real. He looked like he came straight from New York or Jersey. He got that look, bro. He got that look like he could have been on Jersey Shore if he had like a couple shades of tan on him. He would have been on Jersey Shore. 11 sacks. Said Mayfield trash. Geno over Jimmy. Yeah, I'm taking Geno over all the niggas except CJ Stroud and Aaron Rodgers. Hey, Rod. Do I still not see the Eagles in the Super Bowl back-to-back years? I don't. I see them coming up short. I can tell you that. That's the team they can push in the regular season. That's like how they used to do the Colts with Peyton Manning. Like, we gonna have you lose to Tom Brady like usual in the playoffs. You might get over the hump once or twice, but you know the deal. Get all the stats in the regular season, set all these records, and when it comes time to play in snowy Foxborough, lose. Same with the Cowboys. Same shit every year. You probably gonna lose like 4 or 5 games. Y'all gonna look good in a lot of those wins. Come playoff time, y'all gonna choke. It is what it is. How the Colts are in the playoff race. Thing about the Colts is really they biggest thing is they not good on defense, and they lost their starting quarterback, but they got everything else around it. And they in a very competitive division too. I mean, you got Houston in the playoff race, Jacksonville, who's in first place, and the Colts right there. And it helps that Buffalo is losing games. It helps that who else I see lose some shit recently. You have Broncos getting hot with the combination of Cincy losing their quarterback, Vegas, Chargers all falling into relevancy. So that does help. NFL don't seem to keep the Jets in playoff contention. I mean, when you got 3 teams in the New York market, I guess we can count the Bills, even though they're close to Canada. But 3 teams in the New York market, somebody going to have to be left out. Like last year was the Giants and the Bills made the playoffs. Who got left out? Jets. If it ain't the Giants and the Jets making it, probably the Bills. If for some reason the Bills don't make it, typically, and the Jets don't make it, Giants. The Eagles will go 16-1. You must be an Eagles fan. I think you are, Yusuf. I feel like you an Eagles fan. Or you from Philly or some shit. Will the Broncos keep Russell Wilson through the remainder of his contract? If I was, honestly, they should get rid of that dude. Not right now, but, end the season. But we'll just have to see on that one, man. He said the whole NFC South need a reset. Yeah, it's the worst division, easily. Going in, I would have guessed maybe the AFC South as a whole, with Jacksonville being the one outlier. No, it is the NFC South where the Falcons 5-6 are in first place. We know the Panthers 1-10 last place. Tampa Bay 4-7. New Orleans 5-6. What really fucks me up though is the fact that when they had the playoff seeding, just because you win your division, which they need to change this shit immediately. Just because you win your division, and we saw this before with the NFC West back when, was it the 7-9? Or it was the Rams. I think it was the Rams went 7-9 and made the playoffs. They had Sam Bradford, the quarterback. But the Falcons at 5-6 are sitting in the 4th seed. But yet the Cowboys, who are like 8-3, are below them because they're not in first place in their division. So it don't make no sense. Ten and 7. I don't know, man. Y'all gonna really have to win out though, for real. Y'all gonna need a lot of help, which that shouldn't be an issue. Pull that up again. Like I said, you were behind the Broncos. They gonna lose some more games. Texans, they gonna lose a couple more games too. And like shit, all them the 3 teams ahead of them, all gonna lose some more games at some point. Only downside is they're playing Kansas City, Dallas, the next 2 games. And then they close out with the Chargers, Patriots, and Dolphins. So they get 2 tough opponents, 2 weak opponents. Well, 1 weak opponent, 1 average opponent, and then the Dolphins. So they going to have to catch fire. Zach Wilson's like Carson Wentz is better than Zach Wilson. And I don't even like Carson Wentz. You know how I feel about him. Like, Zach Wilson is bad. Caleb Williams going to the pay. Oh, he going to hate that. He already hate being at USC right now. Oh, he going to hate that. Play with Bill Belichick. See, 2 months in, we'll see how he likes playing for the Patriots. So then the Vikings from last season. A-Rod coming back and saving us. No, I read somewhere they're saying even regardless of the Jets playoff hopes being basically non-existent at this point, Aaron Rodgers is still set to come back and he gonna play and all this shit. And it's crazy. He's like, I'm gonna make this about myself. Like, that's a LeBron James ass move. I ain't gonna lie, but I get it. Take full advantage of that New York media. But goddamn, dude, the Jets ain't finna go to the playoffs. They not. Bills probably gonna beat the Chiefs though. It'd be funny if that shit went to overtime like that AFC Championship game. The Eagles been going for years. So I'm probably going to be like last year for the Eagles. Instead of the defense choking, it's going to be the offense. I know Dale had called out that the tush push would finally get stopped in the playoffs like that. The way they've been winning games, scoring points. That's going to be their downfall when they try to use it in the playoffs. Like, say they fumble or they finally found a way to stop it. But the Eagles in the early 2000s, I remember that. NFC champions. Nah, bro. They went to. It was a 4. Yeah, they lost like three or four. They lost to, like the Panthers, the Buccaneers, and the Rams. I'm gonna say it was the Rams. Panthers, Bucks, and Rams. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. And then they beat the Falcons and played the Patriots and lost and shit. Jets have been left out since 2010. So they have Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan. They've been left out 9 in 11 years. Interesting numbers right there. It's funny because if the Panthers win out and I guess everyone loses out, they can win the division. Yeah, you know what's sad about the Panthers though is the fact that they don't have a first round draft pick this year. They got rid of it. Like that's really what's gonna fuck them unless they trade and shit and get a first round draft pick. They don't have a first round draft pick. They were pick number 33, if I remember correctly, in the upcoming draft. So a team without any pieces. I mean, I guess you got your quarterback. That's about it. Can't go out and get something else because on top of that, they got rid of their best receiver in DJ Moore. So the Giants are only 2 games out of the 7th seed. That's fucking crazy. That is insane. I don't even think I looked at the NFC the whole time. We were focused on the AFC playoff race. That is insane, dude. Like, what? See, NFC. Yeah, you got the Packers right there. Packers hella close. Rams back in it. The Saints. Tampa Bay. All right, man. Tampa Bay ain't gonna fucking make it. And then the Giants. Then the Bears are 4-8. And the Commies are 4-8. And then Arizona. So the Saints will still win the division on the last week of the season. We will see. Yeah, I think that was what Hurts' rookie year. They were like kind of questioning if he was good. I think it was the year he wore number 2 before he switched to number 1. And it was like the whole thing was, is he really the guy at quarterback? It's like, nigga, you ain't got no weapons around this dude. You ain't give him the right pieces. And then gave him pieces. Guess what happened? We seeing it now. Yeah, that was a huge money grab. Huge money grab. They not finna do that. They not finna give Bill Belichick another Brady situation. Not after you won 6 Super Bowls with this dude over a 20-year span. Oh, nah, bro. You got to pay all that back, boy. Got to pay that back like a motherfucker. The USC quarterbacks don't see well in the NFL. It's like it's a curse that hasn't been lifted. Yeah, you think about Matt Leinart didn't have a good career. Mark Sanchez, I mean, he saw some success, but overall didn't have a good career. What's that nigga name? I think his name was John David Booty. He was like a backup or third string for the Vikings. He didn't really, have a starting NFL career. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I'm sure there's another USC quarterback I can think of, but if I can't remember him, there's a reason. Oh, Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer actually had a good NFL career. I think he might have been the last USC quarterback to have a good NFL career. Exactly. Every Bills game is that. Is a nigga that get hurt on the field and they gotta stop the game, bring out the ambulance. And I forgot who they was playing when they brought out last time. It was who they played before the Eagles. I can't remember who they played before the Eagles. But I was looking on the back doors to see if they had the 33 for, the DeMar Hamlin thing. It ain't have it on there this time. I was just like, let me see. But yeah, every game is some super dramatic shit with the Bills. And I feel like that's part of the reason I don't rock with the Bills that much. Is it's, how I say this? I say to the average fan, it's just too overstimulating. Pause. Because it's just like they go way above and beyond to try to pull your heartstrings, like in a Bills game, in so many different ways, from how close the game is to just like just every little thing on the play, like a almost interception, he fumbled, but he recovered it. All this shit, and then this nigga hurt on the field and shit, and he gotta get put on a stretcher or a gurney or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much. So the Eagles are the 2022 Vikings. All the games they win are close. Last year they were blowing teams out. Yeah, the Vikings was winning some close games last year with Kurt. Washington stopped the tush push. They still lost. And he fumbled, so we'll see. Did we see that bet comeback player of the year? Did I see what? Is it a person you talking about? Assume what? Lamar Jackson, I would assume. So Niners get their revenge on the Eagles in the playoffs? Possibly. I guess I think that's what he's talking about. Hold on. Let me get this straight. So you're saying that Damar Hamlin is on the betting, has a line for betting for comeback player of the year. Is that what? Ain't no way. Does Dallas have a shot at the Super? No. We've been through this. Shit, you might have to make that shit custom made, bro. I don't know if he got a jersey made just yet. End up like Josh Dobbs. So who I got going to the titles? Sixers got anyone right now? Sixers is definitely a no. Well, I think about Justin Fields. Like that YouTube short, I said some people land in bad situations. That's somebody that lands in a bad situation. You can see it. But he on a team that is destined to fail, whether it be front office moves, whether it be coaching, like getting the right coach around him. Someone mentioned an offensive-minded head coach. That's somebody who needs an offensive-minded head coach. I know he said Josh Allen and Justin Fields needs an offensive-minded head coach. Get like better shit around him. Like I said this before, if you took Justin Fields off the Bears, put him on the Eagles, and took Jalen Hurts off the Eagles and put him on the Bears, the Eagles would still be winning games. Jalen Hurts, we be having a question and shit like we was in 2020. Like, is he really the guy? All this shit. So you can't believe the Bills are 6-6. Well, I think about Brady saying NFL soft in 90s, early 2000s NFL players would dominate this current league. I wouldn't go so far as say they dominate, but it definitely got softer. Pause. It's funny that Tom Brady, of all people, said it, and I think, who was it, Gronk? Somebody called his ass out about it. That was a former team. I think it was Gronk. He was like, the league made rules to protect you. And it's crazy. He's the one saying, Brady's the one who's saying that, even though it's true. Because you can go back and look at the old NFL highlights from back in the day. Shit, I say back in the day like it was that long ago. But like back when Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and all them playing. Look at the hits then and compare it to now. Like, don't get me wrong, some people definitely do be getting lit up. But it ain't the same way like back then before helmet to helmet was a thing and all that. Like, Ray Lewis was knocking niggas shit in. Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu hit Chad Ochocinco so hard, nigga, grill came out of his mouth. Knocked the goals out of his shit. The narrative around Hurts is that he has a super team. That's wild, bro. They really hit him with that super team shit. Race between the Seahawks, Rams, Packers, Vikings is going to be very interesting. Yeah, for sure. Let me see. I'm going to pick a team from there. The Seahawks. See who they got left. Because surely these are going to intertwine. Somebody of those teams listed on there have to be playing each other. Have to. Well, obviously, Seahawks. No, they played already twice. Packers. I'm going to pick the Seahawks. Who they got left? Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, Titans, Steelers, Cardinals. Damn, that shit kind of rough. Who the Vikings got next? No, they don't buy. That's right. Bye week. Raiders, Bengals, Lions, Packers, Lions. So yeah, those last 3 games for Minnesota gonna be rather interesting. Do you think he gets fired after the season's over? I don't know. I feel like he get like 1 more year. Maybe 1 more year. How he went off. Five catches for 107 yards, 2 deep passes. That's how you got to get them ball. He found somebody who can get that man the ball. You know, Danny slow ass can't do it. There we go. Matt Barkley. Yeah, he was a backup for the Eagles. I don't know if he was on that Super Bowl winning team with Nick Foles. I think he was. But yeah, Matt Barkley. There we go. That's the one I forgot about. Do I see Purdy, or did I see that Purdy's engaged to a white woman? I mean, I wouldn't expect him to date a black chick. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't get that vibe from him at all. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean they're gonna win the Super Bowl? I mean, it goes in their favor, but he a white quarterback anyway, so you know that's already going for him. Hell, they got a white running back on that team, dude. They got a lot of shit. If they had a white wide receiver, a white running back, and a white quarterback, oh my God. You know, at some point they get a ring. Watch old NFL games on the VHS. Damn, he said the VHS, man. Take me back. It was better than right now. Yeah, for sure. I still think one of my favorite games as far as just like hard hits and shit is any of those Steelers Ravens games with Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Troy, like, you know, those Steelers teams when Big Ben and all them was playing. And that Titans Ravens playoff game when Chris Johnson, I don't know if that was the 2000 year, but when it was Chris Johnson, they had Lindell White and all that, Kerry Collins at quarterback. That was one of my favorite like playoff games as far as just like close defensive games and shit. I love that game. I'll go back and rewatch highlights from that shit, even though there really weren't a whole lot of highlights per se. Says scrub named Pratt Fire, bro. He ain't no scrub, dude. What are you talking about? Said Firemouth for scrub. No, he just been injured a good amount this year. But Firemouth ain't no scrub. Said DeMar Hamlin was the favorite to win comeback player. They treating that shit like a participation trophy if they giving that shit to him. What the fuck? This nigga made like what, 2 tackles all year? Well, comeback player of the year right there. Never mind the quarterbacks or the other players that got hurt last year that missed significant time and came back balling out now. So we just gonna ignore Lamar Jackson. Okay, I get it. Cool. We just gonna act like that didn't happen. Got it. Okay. That's crazy. Will the NFL push the AFC rivalry of T-Law versus Mahomes in the regular season / playoffs sometime in the coming years? I don't know if I'd say a rivalry, but they'll definitely cross paths a couple times. I'm trying to think of one that I like more than I used to. Cause I know I definitely like college basketball more back then than now. Cause I keep old players more because it wasn't just so much one and done shit. And the G League didn't have as much pull as it does now. NFL, I agree. College football, that one's tough. College football's still gonna give you those moments. Come back to me next year when all these teams that shouldn't be in conferences that they in is in the conferences they shouldn't be in. I might fully agree with that. Brown season might be over with Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett injured. Browns so banged up. Yeah, they really were fucked when they lost their quarterback for real. So he trying to do the Cam Newton. No, Cam was pescatarian. My fault. They trying to force him to go vegan. It's like, nigga, like I get you not a rookie, but you ain't got pulled like that, bro. Everybody go vegan. You ain't Tom Brady, bro. He's like, get on the TB12. I think Shazier got alopecia too. Because the one I always hear with Josh Dobbs is Charlie Villanueva. He could take his back in the day. Yeah, he could take his. He just didn't want to. Said Brian Dawkins hit Vic so. Wait, what? Hold on, what? He hit Vic so hard, what? I don't know if you're saying he fumbled. I don't know what you're trying to say. So Washington is firing their coach, Ron Rivera. I can tell you who probably won't get that job, who should have been had a job, but you know, Eric Bieniemy. See all these players getting fined. This is a thing they don't tell you about they don't make the news about every single fine, bro. They get fined for stupid shit like having the wrong socks during warm-ups and shit. Like there's some that they just don't, you know, put across the ticker on ESPN or CBS Sports or whatever. But they get fined for so much stupid shit, it's not even funny. It is not all of it makes the news. 15 years ago. Yeah. Baseball with the steroid era, definitely. Ravens Steelers 2010 in Baltimore. Bills game was a joke. Bills had the game won. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah, you can say a lot about the Bills. They have games won that they just find ways to lose. I saw that. I forgot. I think I was at work and somebody was talking about the Steelers on the call or whatever. He said we had 416 yards and shit after we fired Matt Canada. I'm just thinking, 416 yards for real? And I look at this score, I'm like, nah, bro, come on, bro. That is crazy though. They only managed 16 points for 400 yards. Ty Law was that dude for real. So your friend's a Cowboys fan. Bless his heart. Allen and Diggs had the collar of their jerseys ripped, but the rest was low-key favorite Philly to win the game. Oh, dude, for real though. Damn. I hope not too. And if we're gonna have to cook up some better quarterback play this year in the upcoming years. Yeah, I mean, they need to. Here's the thing is they forgot that you have to develop quarterbacks. Regardless if it's scripted, rigged, whatever the fuck. You still got to develop these dudes. Or if not, get someone that's already developed. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zach Wilson clearly wasn't developed. Sam Darnold clearly wasn't fully developed. But yet they going to be so quick. Bryce Young. Like, Bryce Young ain't as bad as things he could clean up and shit. But that's more of a get pieces around him, and then we can actually make a sound decision. Because they'd be a heavy favorite coming in. That's why. Kind of like the Jets. A lot of people assume since they got Aaron Rodgers, they go into the playoffs and shit. And then they put an end to that shit real quick. Like, y'all think it's going to be that? Y'all think shit's sweet, huh? Watch this. 4 plays later, watch this. 4 plays, just watch this shit. And then the Jets got a reality check. Like, oh, shit, your backup quarterback's trash. The script wasn't going to save his ass. I think back in the day, college football players played in the NFL and did better back then in college or pro. Think the Eagles will have a chance to win on Sunday against the Niners. You got a feeling Party's going to choke. You also think Hurts won't win the MVP. They'll give it to somebody else, maybe. Don't know. You got Lamar, C.J. Stroud, Jalen Hurts for MVP talks. Yeah, his dad. Y'all seen it. Yeah, his dad got the shit too. Yeah, his dad look like Paul Mooney. He saw X had a book on, like he wrote a book himself. If he just owned one, that's totally believable. If he wrote a book himself, like how we just now hearing about this shit? If he been dead for so long. Algae Crumpler, I think is what you said. Yeah, Algae Crumpler in the middle of the field. I remember that. Okay, I got you now. Algae Crumpler. I remember that hit too. I think it was like a highlight or something in was it Madden? Was it 05? Yeah, because 04 was the year Mike Vick got hurt and it was the Madden curse. Nah, it couldn't have been a highlight in 05. It might have been Madden 06 or something. I know they had a highlight of that shit, like in the game. I mean, Ken Dorsey was calling some dumb shit though. I think it was 32. It's some high ass number for night games. That's why he stopped himself. It'd take longer than a regular season to develop a quarterback and build the narrative. Exactly, yeah. Most people ain't just coming in just lighting shit up. Every now and again you'll see that, but most of the time you're not seeing people just meet out the gate just no. If they out the gate lighting some shit up, it's probably because they ran a lot. Like your Colin Kaepernick's, Lamar running, not passing. You know, people like Justin Fields running, not passing. That's how they gonna light shit up first. No. I might say it when they lose in the playoffs just to be funny though. When will the Jets make the playoffs? Shit, maybe next year if they still got Aaron Rodgers and, you know, them pieces and he don't get hurt. He don't get magically hurt. Y'all see the info turning back to the 90s? Just because Brady said something? No. Nah, man. After that DeMar Hamlin shit, they not going back that way. They're going the other way. They're going towards flag football. You see what they did with the Pro Bowl. The Harbaughs always have drama around them. Not really. John, at least, there's not any this year. There's always been like a couple times he's been on the hot seat for, you know, getting fired and shit, but other than that, not really any drama. Like maybe the Ray Lewis shit, the antler spray, I guess. But Jim, we know about Jim. This whole season has been drama. Falcons stock is going up. Sadly, they have to face the Cowboys or Eagles first round, most likely. I think they let Bama beat Georgia. I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them. I'll say either way, Georgia would still get in. I watch old college football in the NFL in the early 2000s. College players went right to the NFL and didn't suck like they do now. Well, that's when they have the transfer portal where you going from this school to that school to this. You like, you know, with the transfer portal, like a player could be at like 4 or 5 goddamn different schools. Like dude used to play for the Bulldogs. What's his name? JT Daniels. I think that was it. Yeah, JT Daniels. He played in what? Georgia, USC, West Virginia. I think he's on another team now. I done lost track. But like, you know what I'm saying? Transfer portal kind of fuck shit up too. Because back then you had to actually sit, wait your turn. You had to spend time and like learn under someone else who got more experience. That's funny. You know the narrative they push with the running quarterback and all that shit. Only for only to get the guy that they want, that they can control. I mean, shit. The thing about like coaching is when you get fired and coaching, like college coaches and NFL coach, them niggas getting paid millions, bruh. Think about that shit. You did your job poorly, and your reward is you lose your job, but you get blank $1 million. Like Jimbo Fisher, shit. Like I said, bro, let a college sign me today, hire me today as a head coach. I will tank the fuck out of that team. I will do the most ill. I'll make sure I make it to the season and shit, and like get a certain incentive so I can get that money and shit. But like, I tank the shit out that motherfucker. I pick plays for Madden, like simple plays for Madden. And then as soon as I get fired, I'm going on vacation, chilling. Do you think the Eagles and Niners going to be another close game with the Niners winning with the field goal? Yeah, they haven't blown anybody out. So they're going to fall due to drops. I'm more worried about Justin Russell legal issue being the reason. But that being like a final play thing, I guess, I could see that. What was his name? 2003 quarterback. Was it Brad Johnson? It was I think it was a Rob Johnson and Brad Johnson, because Max Johnson is Brad Johnson's son, and Max's brother's obviously his son too. But yeah, they had a good defense, a quarterback that was forgettable, and weapons around him. But we know why that game went the way it did. But yeah, that's true. They ain't had the best quarterback. I think 90s and 2000s players kill today's players, just like Space Jam starting 5. If we talking football or basketball. Like if we talking football, I feel like I'd be biased to say necessarily that the players back then would beat the ones now. Think about the ones now, like a lot of motherfuckers is faster, it's different builds and shit. And it's a different style of football too. You can get them first seed, losing the playoffs, maybe Cowboys, Niners, championship games. Cowboys lose in embarrassing fashion. Brad Johnson, yeah. I don't know what he does now. I think a quarterback in college that has 1 touchdown and 13 interceptions should be starting in the NFL. Hell no. That's on them, and a lot of things about actually speaking of that with Zach Wilson. I forgot the fact he lost his quarterbacks coach that was actually gonna help guide him along when he got into the league, because that dude died before his rookie year started. And then everybody in the quarterback room was players that didn't have any actual on-field snap experience, period. So he didn't have any vets in his corner. He had bad coaching, like bunch of he was in a bad position to start, and he wasn't ready for that shit. It'd be something if you had hella NIL deals at every school doing this shit. Can we expect Young to start playing better? With that, I don't think so. Like, I know how they did last year after they got rid of the coach, started winning games and shit. I don't know about this, man. I don't think so. Bro, he hates being in New England. It's so funny. Has GM Ben Johnson as the head coach. Okay, I got you now. I got you. Oh, who went in that case? I'm taking the 90s NBA players, man. They're going to take advantage of the fact that there's really no true bigs like that. That's why. Yep, Max Johnson and Max brothers like the tight end on that team too. Crazy how Patriots got rid of Cam and still getting the same results. I mean, again, Cam was going to fail from the start there because it was a system that he shouldn't have been in at the time. They should, like, Bill Belichick is one of them defensive-minded head coaches. That ain't really who you need with Cam. And Cam didn't have no weapons around him anyway in New England. So, fuck you expect. They ain't had no weapons really since Brady left. Actually, Brady's last year, they ain't had no weapons. So, what we gonna expect now? Like, they not gonna do good. All right, man. Y'all hit that like button. I'll be on here for like 5 more minutes. But after that, I'm about to dip on up out of here. So, what y'all got? Lions ain't ever gonna win on Thanksgiving, probably. I don't remember last time they won on Thanksgiving. Let me see. Last time Lions made the playoffs. Damn, that's cold. One on Thanksgiving. There we go. (2016, 16, 13) against the Vikings. Ain't that about a bitch? How did the Pats win so much when Gronk hated Bill? The players bought in. Brady had no weapons. 03, 04. Defense. Look at that defense. One of them years he had Corey Dillon as a running back. Corey Dillon wasn't bad. And it wasn't compared nearly as bad as it is now. With when he had, who do you have? Deion Branch, Christian Fourier, Troy Brown, David Patton. Yeah, I think those were receivers back then. And then at one point, Kevin Falk, Corey Dillon running backs. So, yeah, I mean, they had a much better team then versus now. And don't even get me started on that defense. I see them giving Jason Kelsey a ring before he retires. If I remember correctly, he already won one with Nick Foles then. Yeah, he already won one. Like, I had to make sure, like, pretty sure he had one. But yeah, he gonna be a Hall of Famer for sure. Him and his brother. Lions ain't probably gonna make it due to the turnover problems all of a sudden popping up. Yeah, and I remember they used Mike Vrabel at like tight end and shit on some plays. I think there was one game I saw he had I think he threw a touchdown pass. I don't know if it was on the same game. Then he had one where there was a couple games where he caught a touchdown pass. But yeah, them Patriots teams was much better that Tom was winning Super Bowls with than the shit they have now. Not even close. But yeah, I'm finna get up out of here. It's been good chopping it up with y'all. Y'all already know, hit that like button. We're gonna be back Thursday. NFL pregame pick'em live again. So stay tuned for that. Ring the bell. All that good stuff. So comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We are out.